All right, so today's video, it's a story we've heard before, but a story we will keep watching. Today, we have a player who switched over from console. They're higher rank on console. They're now on PC, and they believe their teammates are holding them back and they should be a higher rank. I think this is silver. The question that is asked here is, have you subbed to the YouTube yet? And if you haven't, make sure to do that. Also, are their teammates holding them back and should they be higher ranked than silver? Over to you, me.
Thank you for that wonderful intro. You did a really good job with that one. Wow. He's always killing it with those intros. I don't even know if I have a green shirt. I think they were, I think they said they were diamond or plat on console. I can't remember what it was. I'll look in a second. Just to give more, like, context. Diamond. Diamond support on console. Who just switches PC. Okay, there we go. So far, everything's been fine. What rank is this? This is silver on PC. Yep. So far, this has been Lifeweaver gameplay. That's pretty much where I'm at. That's where I'm at so far in the VOD. I'll be real with y'all, chat. I got nothing so far. They're just, yep, teammates are playing fine. You're playing fine. That's where we're at. Yep. Yep. Okay, so far, so good. Good start for your team, right? This is good. Yep. On the high ground, I like it. Okay, get with your team for a second. You're gonna have to heal them. Alrighty, what a treat this has been so far. Alright, what's next? Good usage of the pedal. Not bad. I know you didn't mean to pull the Moira, but that just happens. This is kind of an accidental. By the way, is there a confirm pull yet in this game for Lifeweaver? Like, is that a thing yet? Like, technically, could you set up a confirm pull? I don't know if they would even necessarily need it, but I always wonder if they're like, if it would be a thing. Where, like, you could, like, I don't know. It might not be, like, as, like, I guess intuitive. Is that the correct way to describe it? As, like, Ana's Nano? But I feel like it could be there's an option, maybe? But yeah, so far, chat, like, this has been Lifeweaver gameplay. Obviously, you got Soldier ulted there. I mean, obviously, you could... That's more just predicting their ultimates more than anything. I think it's fine. Thank you. This is currently the golden Kappa train going on. But rank silver, they used to be on console. They were, like... They said they were basically a diamond console support. Now they're on PC, and they feel like teammates are holding them back. They shouldn't be in this rank. Well, that was certainly a treat to watch. Saf Splash, thanks for the gift sub. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. That was certainly a treat to watch. Yeah, I mean, target priority can be there, but, like, honestly, chat, like, as much as I would sit here, like, I would love to sit here and be like, oh, you gotta get on the Mercy, etc. Chat, we're watching a Lifeweaver doing their best to help with people on the point while everybody else in their team is in their spawn. Which, by the way, I want to point out, you mentioned that your teammates, like, usually hold you back, etc. Your teammates are playing, like, amazing right now. They're taking map control. They're playing aggressively. Just to kind of point out, so far your teammates are playing just fine. Like, if you are at the point where you're on the point by yourself and you're just trying to, like, kill a Mercy on the point, I would say your teammates are playing pretty well there. Hunter, thanks for the 300 bits. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, were you saying that, like, your teammates were holding you back from pushing up to help them? Or is it at the point now where it's... Good poll, by the way, on that Sigma. Hey, Mama, thanks for the good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, there's the tree. Okay, you know what? I think that's the... Is that the first time you've used it? I think at this point you probably could have used it on... I was going to say you probably could have used it on second point too if you really wanted to. Just to guarantee you get the point block like doorways, etc. But that was still a good ult. I'm not going to be upset about the ult you just used. I think you can probably use it a little bit more often. But I mean, that's... At that point, that's just to talk about something that we've seen more than it is about, like, it's a necessity in that situation. So, okay, so far your teammates just dominated. But there seems to be a lot of time left in this game. So clearly something happens in this game that makes this a little bit more difficult. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I don't mind your positioning. I don't mind where you're playing. So far, so good. You're using your pedal, by the way. I talked about this yesterday. Great pull on your Reaper. I know they use their shift, but that gets them out of like a bad spot there. It gives them time to get their cooldown back up, and they can run right back to the exact same spot and maybe get rolled or get in the limb. One of the two. So far, it's been fine. You're using your pedal more often. I do think that we talked this about a little bit yesterday when we watched some spectating too. It's okay to use your pedal. Like, if you're not going to use it right away on the ground to have it in a spot because the cooldown will start up again anyway. So you can sometimes get this rotation of, like, 2 pedals. So just remember that when you're playing Lifeweaver. All right, you know what? That Widow ended up helping with that limb because that Widow didn't know what was all the shots were missing. They were confused as to who was missing all the shots, which then helped your Widow get the limb. Hiding behind walls? I mean, this is good so far. I mean, honestly, I would say this is good so far. Yeah. I am on fire. Yep. Yeah, I mean, team's playing well. So, like, what happens? Does, like, one of your teammates disconnect? Because right now, this has been, like, an absolute dominant performance by your team. So I don't know what happens. Yeah, does somebody DC? Like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't described, so I don't know. You won't tree their spawn doors. Close enough. Honestly, you know what you should have done? Right at their doors. I'm not even kidding you. Because then they can't even walk out of their doorways and get value from that Kitsune. So, like, I would have just put it in the doorway. Straight up. If you pull your Reaper right now, it would actually be a sick play. I'm not even kidding you. If you pull your Reaper, this is something that, like, I don't know if, like, your team's in voice chat, but if you pulled your Reaper up to you, they would have probably gotten 3. Because they have Reaper ult. So sometimes, like, I don't know if, you're in voice chat with them, but if you can communicate those type of plays, you could actually, like, pull the Reaper, and then just have the Reaper end up high ground and do a really, really good Reaper ult. Sometimes look for those moments of opportunity to make those plays. But yeah, I just noticed that very quickly. That was a play that could have happened. They were on cooldown still? Oh, maybe you're right. Let me look. Oh, you're right. Good call. Good call. Still, though, if you can make that play, set up that play. Because that play can be really cool. Clearing the area. Stop the payload. I'm so glad we got to witness that 1v1. Honestly, I think you would have won that. Just a good TP by Kiriko. I just don't... what happens in this game that you start to, like, just get dominated? It's clearly that it goes to another half, but, like, how? Let me see. I'm okay with that pull. Nice job. You want my initial take on this so far? Like, I definitely don't think you should be in silver, and I think you'll climb out of silver. But, like, this isn't really the best example of showcasing to me that your teammates are holding you back. That's my take right now. Because your teammates have been playing very well. So far. I mean, that could change, like, the next 20 minutes, they just start hard feeding, but, like, as I say that, Soldier 76, okay, your Soldier play a little bit too aggressive there, but, like, it's still, like, if they can be high ground, you can tree this if you want to keep your teammates alive. It's okay to be proactive with your tree. You know, if you want me to be completely honest with you right now, I'm starting to think you're holding on to your ultimate for too long. Because you saw the ultimates there, and your reaction was to do nothing. But because you don't do anything there, now it's just going to go right to third point. Like, it's understanding where they're at on the map. Like, I think you just tree there and just kind of block off their Kiriko ultimate, right? Like, you're not going to block off the ultimate itself because the ultimate's already out. But you can block, like, them having to run around it, and then your teammates are also going to get healed. EMP only does, like, 50% of the tree damage now or something like that, or, like, 30%. They changed, or whatever it is now. They changed it, yeah. EMP doesn't destroy the tree. So, like... No, like, EMP doesn't get rid of the tree completely. Like, when you EMP now, it doesn't delete the tree. They changed that. So back to what you were saying. Aggressive teammate, yes, but you had pull there. Pull your teammate back, right? Like, these are little things that we're seeing that, right? So now we're seeing a little bit of that, right? You can argue, well, my teammate's playing too aggressive. Yeah, but you also have life grip at that point. Pull your teammate back. Two things will happen. They'll be like, okay, I kind of get the idea now, or they'll run right back in. But you gotta at least create that option. Tree. Okay, there we go. But by now, you probably could have used 3 trees. Great pull, excellent play. Nice job. Pull them towards your tree. Your teammates are doing a really good job of making sure they're maximizing the potential of the Ramatra ultimate on the other team. Like okay. Real talk. I love how I do love how your team made sure that the Ramatra got maximum value. Just to kind of reiterate the point on this one, if you run away from the Ramatra ult, it has a 3-second timer. That's it. So every time you're out of it, your whole team, a second keeps going down. It only if you're all out of it, 3 seconds, the ultimate's gone. If you stay in it, it's like what, 20 seconds right now, 15 seconds? Pull. So hear me out. Hear me out. This is the second time we watched I pull your Ramatra. Now I know there's going to be a counter argument of, well, we needed to be on the point. We needed to be on the point. You can get back to that point in time. You have time. Oh, one of their teammates just left. They DC'd. Okay. They DC'd, but when did that happen? I didn't even see. Definitely unfortunate your teammates DC, though. That's no fun. But I do want to say, there was definitely a few things there I saw that you could have definitely improved on a little bit. But I also do want to reiterate, especially as this game gets a little bit more into this, like, 4v5 territory, I do think you probably will climb out of silver. It's probably because your account's a little bit more brand new. I don't know if it's even brand new at this point, but you're probably... It's just going to take a time for your MMR to settle. So you'll get out of silver. I don't think that's an issue. And but this game is not a situation of your teammates holding you back. If you do lose this, like, the DC's just unlucky at that point. But your teammates are playing just fine up to this point. I mean, you never know. They can still win. I mean, they probably DC'd. Like, I don't... Does that happen in your rank games that people will rage quit? Even after you have so much more time? If your defense, if you have a great attack but an okay defense, your teammates will still... Really? Life protects life. like, you can have a bad defense sometimes, and you can have a much better attack. Like, sometimes both teams are better at... yeah, I see what happens now. So your teammates just leave. Yeah, that's what feels bad. This is just... This game went the other way real fast. I mean, technically, they could argue their teammates are holding them back if they don't have any teammates right now. You know? I mean, definitely unlucky. Does it count as a loss if your teammate leaves this late into the game? Yes. Yep. Anytime you have a leaver in your rank game, it's the equivalent of a 5v5. They don't have it set for that. Basically, if your teammates leave, then they leave. And that's how it goes. So it counts as a loss. And I think it's the exact same amount. So, well, that feels bad. Do they come back? Yeah, I think they have it set up that way. I think they have it set up that way, so that way people can't, like, you know, queue with somebody on, like, an alt, and then they can just leave if, like, the game's not going well, which keeps their, like, friends SR at the same. I'm just gonna skip through to see if this is even... Okay, we don't need to watch the rest of this. Oh, no, you ended up staying in the game the whole time, too? Oh, you left, okay. So, I'll go back to here. Yeah, so, I just want to point out, like, after watching this game out of you, up until that moment, obviously I didn't know that they were just going to leave at the end there. You need to be a little bit more proactive with your ultimate, and I can already see that it was a couple times. Like, honestly, like, you could have just held second point. Like, just alone with that tree. Multiple times you didn't pull your tank, but yeah, you'll be out of silver. This is an unlucky situation, but I also want to point out, like, you said your teammates hold you back. I was expecting to see, like, your teammates having terrible position and having their monitors off while running at their spawn doors. Instead, what I saw was your teammates playing well, and then you had an unlucky situation here. But you'll be out of silver. You'll be out of silver. But definitely, like, work on some of those things that we mentioned, and I think that will help even more so. All right? If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Obviously, that was a tough ending to this game. Feels bad. Yeah, but if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. A lot of awesome videos on all 3 of them now. We're getting consistent with pretty consistent uploads on all 3 of them. So make sure to check them out if you haven't. A lot of different content on each one. If you want to submit your own spectator, look in the description below. You will see my Discord. That's where you would submit the replays. Follow everything in the description if you haven't. So you can follow everything and be like, wow, I followed everything. We record these live on stream. You see the Twitch chat right there. Stop by. We have a lot of fun. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.